Sorry, can I just ask you again about Sim and what he brings to this team and what you expect from him?
Yes, of course. Well, he brings 7'5", which is amazing, especially coming from myself as 5'9". It's a joy to coach a guy that size, and
it's a joy to tell a big guy.
Oh, that's an amazing part too, no question. No, but I understand that, and with Sim, you know, we're going to have to do a really good job as coaches. I've already talked to our coaches. We got to utilize his talents and teach our guys how to play with a guy that size. And that may sound easy, but it's not very easy. And so we're gonna do the best we can to teach them, one, how to throw the ball high to him, where he doesn't have to reach down and grab it all the time amongst, you know, the smaller guys, and how to use his relocation and his size to be able to get him right at the basket. And so we've already started to develop some of that, and we're just excited to have one, that, you know, that he's from here is amazing, yeah. And then two, that he's that size and that his skill level is improving, you know, every year he's gotten better, and so we want to help him reach his goals to become a Toronto Raptor.
This might be unfair, but in Sacramento, some people were suggesting it was more of a publicity stunt than anything else.
That's totally unfair. It's totally unfair. You know, Sim's been in our gym in summertime, and he's gotten better. And you know, to maybe early on, just because people who aren't really knowledgeable of the game, they see that, and everyone thinks that a big guy is always going to get a chance. And with Sim, it's more than that. And if he couldn't play the game, we wouldn't have him here, because this is about developing guys that can play in the NBA.
Speaking of that, there's a few obscure faces, sleeper picks as they were called before. Is there anyone that came in and just really surprised you and you're like, oh, I didn't really know about them, but they've really shown me that, you know, they belong here?
Yes, we like Jay Harris on tape, watching him and preparing for the draft. But you never know with slender, smaller guys if that's going to translate at a professional level. And he's come in here and done a nice job in camp of, you know, being able to compete at a high level.
And I believe Ashton was a walk-on at the open tryout.
Yeah,
Ash
was. Yeah, he was a local tryout guy, and he's another guy that's kind of been around our Toronto Raptor programs in the summer. And Ash, man, he's a player. He plays extremely hard. He's tough, and he's coachable, and that gives you a chance. You know, as long as you have, you know, the strength and size and the ability, that gives you a chance to compete at this type of a professional level. And so he's done a really nice job in camp as well.
And then just finally, Shannon Scott, he was up here today representing the 905, showing off the jersey. When he was at Ohio State, you know, he split time with D'Angelo Russell, backed up Aaron Craft. So is this kind of his first opportunity to really captain the ship, if you will?
Yes, of course. That's like what's really awesome about the D-League is that is a perfect scenario that you set up where guys might, because of Aaron Craft and D'Angelo Russell and how that was all set up, he might have been undervalued and underutilized. And so the D-League gives Shannon an opportunity to show what he can do. And that's kind of what the D-League was built for. And so he's a perfect case for that. And I thought he had a really good training camp with the Raptors. And so I expect him to have a good season for us down here.
Jesse, you've gone from being an assistant coach for the Raptors and now you're the head guy of this team. Is it more of a challenge for you, or do you see this as a little bit easier? Compare the two.
Oh, it's definitely more of a challenge. There's no question. There's a saying in coaching fraternity, when you move over one seat, how different it is, and nothing can. You work hard and you prepare to become a head coach. That's my dream and my goal. But being a head coach is a heck of a challenge, and that's why they make the big bucks. And so I've really enjoyed my time so far. You know, I'm on cloud 9. I'm really like the happiest I've ever been, but I also realize I haven't taken a loss yet. And so right now we're undefeated and everything's going smooth. So I'm loving it.
Now, looking at the level of talent that you've seen so far from these guys, talk about that.
We have a really good group. Just starting off with just having, you know, Axel, Shannon, and Michael Kaiser with the Raptors in that training camp, and then having them come down here and kind of set the tone for this team. right there, just at your core, you have a good group of guys. And we've put some really good players around them, and the camp has been competitive. We've had 5 practices. They've been high energy, highly competitive, and as a coaching staff, we're really pleased.